Welcome to Tsara Hatsegului Retezat, the place where legends live. This ecotourism destination is home to rugged wild terrain, beautiful natural landscapes and medieval fortresses and churches. Tsara Hatsegului Mountain Bike Stage Race is a team stage race open to professionals and amateur riders. It offers 4 different routes in distinct areas of Hatseg country, where you will discover old Daco-Roman paths while conquering peak after peak. Over 120 riders nationwide entered the race. The nerves started to sink in right before the start of the first stage. A short but technical prologue covering 22 kilometers with 550 meters of elevation, a taste of things to come. In spite of the time trial format, the top 3 teams, favorites one and all, were already grouped together after the first climb. Steep and technical descents were topped by treacherous, wet conditions. In the end, Lucian Logigan and Roberto Burza took the win, and with it the lead in the general classification. Clear skies welcome grateful riders to the Queen stage today after a wet slog of a prologue. Today's stage is the cherry on top of the race cake, covering 92 kilometers and 3,200 meters of climbing. It's the race's longest day on the bike. It started off with a long climb straight from the gun. The leaders once again reached the top in a pack, but the general classification has time, and the battle has just begun. The technical rocky ascents are a real challenge to some riders, but leaders of the women's race, Susanna Hilbert and Elena Fodor, look to be practically unstoppable.
Yeah. Knew it. Knew it.
There isn't much time to enjoy the peace and tranquility of the mountains. The sound of the relentless pace pushed by Ede Molnar and Bogdan Duka is approaching fast. Building up an almost 15-minute advantage, they earn the time to enjoy the sights, sounds and amazing landscapes of Fundatura Ponorului in the last 15 kilometers and coast into leading positions in the GC.
This is a dream, getting the royal scar, holding a diamond blade, throwing it far, holding your breath still. You jump the fire, we'll just sit and wait till
gâturi și după aia aveți numai coborâre 10 km tehnică.
Open your eyes.
Tehnic.
What can you see around? Wind of the open sky over the siren sound. This is a dream, getting the royal scar, holding a diamond blade, throwing it far.
For stage number 2, nature had other plans. Riders woke up to such extreme rainfalls that even the start of the race was in question. It was eventually delayed and the route shortened to 36 kilometers in order to accommodate the unstoppable force of nature. This didn't allow much leeway on the course, and the duo of Attila Molnosi and Vlad Dobre, currently in third place, set up a shameless, brutal tempo on the 15-kilometer-long climb with over 1,200 meters of elevation gain to take their chance for the second spot on the podium. But if the mountains weren't challenging enough, certainly an unexpected encounter with one of humanity's oldest traditions, transhumans, will do the trick. A herd of 3,500 sheep crowded onto the single track, hindering the leader's advance and allowing Lucian Logigan and Roberto Burza to get back into contact. As the weather cleared, the skies opened up just enough to provide rich views of the Retezat mountains before the riders started the descent back to the finish line.
Și doar coborâre, bravo! All in! Stânga sus, doar coborâre după asta.
No shake-up in the GC was made in the men's race, as in the women's. Susanna Hilbert and Elena Fodor pushed on to solidify their advantage. It wasn't time to relax though, it was time for stage 3. 50 kilometers with an elevation gain of 2,000 meters and all the hallmarks of upcoming surprises. Starting and finishing the stage just next to the former Roman capital of the Dacian province, Sarmisegetuza Ulpia Traiana, the route takes the riders to the highest point of the race at 1,887 meters of altitude, the Petreanu Peak.
Ok, ne pregătim pentru un start și go!
When the favorites came out of the fog together, it looked to be a friendly ending, but it was just the calm before the storm. The riders' technical skills were once again challenged, battling the fog, muddy descents and wet slippery ruts. A broken cassette in the middle of the stage saw race leader Ede Molnar and Bogdan Duca scrambling and pushing each other to save their lead in the general classification.
5 minute.
Corect, am prins pe asta. A fugit pe jos.
20 de km.
Winning 3 out of 4 stages, Lucian Logigan and Roberto Burza come in for second, and Attila Molnosi and Vlad Dobre round up the podium in third. With flawless and consistent riding, Susanna Hilbert and Elena Fodor take the women's race. And Salome Bondar, together with Christian Stan, take the win in the mixed category. This was all about pushing the limits, forcing new boundaries, and collecting new experiences on some of the most epic trails in the heart of Hatzeg country. After 200 kilometers and more than 7,000 meters of hardcore off-road technical climbing, the race covered everything in the menu. Terrible weather conditions, brutal climbing, technical descents, and some amazing views to remember. Let's do this again, shall we?